Hi, it's Marcus again. Namaste. Well, it's a bit of a strange one. It's a bit impromptu. I was just lying there in the bath and I was told I've got to tell people about this in case they don't know what's happening. I'm going to call it W.T.F. But I think I should really say W.T.F.h. What the flipping heck is going on? Because a lot of people probably aren't aware, like some of us are, what's actually happening with Ascension, what all these beautiful rays of light that are coming through us, what's happening to us as a result of them. And for some people it might be really confusing. It might cause them to worry or have stress in their lives, and I'm lucky because I'm connected. I can talk to angels, beings of light and love, and others, star beings, who can tell me what's happening really. And there's lots of stuff on the internet, so you have to be wary of that, because some of the stuff's genuine, some of the stuff's other people copying other stuff, as I found out, and some of it is people making stuff up. Well, I could be making this up now, to be honest, but I'm not. You only got my word for it as a Scouser, but I'm not making it up. I believe this. Now, I could be mad. That's another side of the coin. But, yeah, as Spike Milligan said, I'm as sane as the next man. So, what's happening? It's funny because in the age that things happen, people probably know what's going on and know there's big changes. I can only think of what it must have been like for people in the 1880s, people like Madame Blavatsky of the Theosophical Society, the great magicians of the Golden Dawn, the people involved with the esoteric movements that were around in those days, Annie Besant, you know, feminist movements. All these people aware that big changes were going on. People were aware of psychics. They were aware that people were seeing other things in the spirit world. I mean, people have been aware of this for hundreds of thousands of years. It's nothing new. But it's been put into the general public's domain. And then in the 60s, when I was around in the 60s, I was one of those hippies. And, you know, there were big changes. And part of what we're going through today in life is to do with those big changes. It started then. And now, of course, people's lives are just so wrapped up in keeping their head above water, finding somewhere to live they can afford to live, finding some food they can afford to eat, how to look after the children or the loved ones. You know, I mean, but both spectrums are the same. So many people, how do they look after their older parents when they get to a certain, you know, it's all this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. It's general. And within all this, we're all being blasted. I mean, it's coming down, blasting us, all this light. I mean, I use the term light, it's energy. It's now not white light as much as golden light. And this golden light comes from the centre of the universe. And some would say it comes from the creative force, some call God. It's coming from somewhere, that's for sure. And it's changing us as human beings into a different type of person, a different type with different values, different needs, less needs actually, and different views on life. So I've been aware of this for years, seeing it all unfold. But for a lot of people, they're just coming into the throes of it now and seeing the effect it's having on them. So I've got this picture here, which is one of my favourite pictures, called Holy Fire by Alex Gray. Don't know if you can see, but here at the heart centre is opened up, and these rays of light coming down from the divine source, and all the fire. And it's a really good image. I thought I'm going to show you that, because that's what's happening. Our hearts here are opening up. We're becoming more aware of the needs of others besides ourselves, more aware of the whole planet, more aware of what others might need besides what we just need, aware that if we do this, it affects that. You know, we're getting more conscious of the whole, of unity, of the oneness from which we all came. And it's affecting us because we're opening our hearts. Our hearts are opening up. And sometimes, for people that aren't used to it, it can possibly be challenging. And it can be, I won't say upsetting, but disorientating. So, please be aware that all these things are going to make you and those around you better. They're going to make the world a better place. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a year, but inevitably the world will be better. People will be better. People will have more joy in their lives. People won't have probably the same problems we've got today with life in general. So things are going to change. Not, well, maybe my lifetime, but definitely my wife's lifetime. And there's no question about it. Things are very, very good now. But this energy that's affecting us and changing us, it's actually changing our DNA. I know scientists can't prove that yet, but they will see it. I can't guarantee it, but I definitely think it will happen in a few years. People will notice the changes. They'll probably say it's the sun's rays, the sunspots, or the solar winds, or whatever. But it's not. It's the light. It's the light that's changing us to be these new types of human beings. So the challenges that we're going through are things like trying to understand why you have these different feelings, why you're sort of letting go of old feelings, old hurts, old pain, old suffering. You've got to let go of that now. That's what we're going through, so we can let go of that. It's a big part of what's happening, is letting go of the old stuff. But it's easy if you know it's happening, but when you don't know it's happening and you're just feeling the effects of it, you're getting psychological problems, you're having problems in your relationships. There's a lot going on. I can't give you a magic bullet to fix it all, I'm afraid, but maybe in another video I can think about what support's about that might help people. I just want people to be aware. That's why the title W.T.F.h came along. What the flipping heck is happening? Well, that's it. That's what's happening. How you deal with it, 'cause I don't know, I've always said, as I've learnt in life, it's not the traumas and upsets you go through in life, the challenges that prove them out. It's how you handle it. And it's the same for all of us. These great challenges you come across in your lives, and we all come across them, it's not them that are the test. It's how you handle the actual thing that's going on is the test. How you come out the other end. How it affects you and those around you. So we all need to be strong at this time and remember there's something good coming, really, really good coming. We might not get to it as quick as we would like, and there might be some turbulence getting there, but keep the faith. Keep in your heart as much as you can. That's the best advice I can say. Stay here as much as you can, give out as much love as you can, and if you come across people that just want to give out the opposite, try and stay away from them, because there are people like that. You can give as much love to them as you like. Sometimes it will help them, but sometimes it's probably best for you to stay away. And people might disagree with that, but that's just my view. Anyway, don't know whether this will help or whether it will make any sense when I look back at it, but namaste.